Hello everyone, welcome back to Coach Craig Sports. Today is Wednesday, and typically we do the starts and sits for the Thursday night football game. There is not actually a Thursday night football game this week. There's a Friday afternoon game, so I'm going to be doing that one tomorrow. We're going to bump up the DFS value picks to today, so just moving that around a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't throw you guys off too much though. But without further ado, we'll get started. We'll get into it. I'm talking some DFS value picks on DraftKings. Once again, as always, if you guys use a different site other than DraftKings, just keep these names in mind, see how they're priced out respectively on your site. Like I say, generally I like to stay under $6,000, but I'm going to add in Baker Mayfield. He comes in at $6,100, goes against the Jets this week. Should be a very good matchup there. Jets aren't very good against the pass. Baker's been on a roll lately. 10 touchdowns, 1 interception over his last 4 games. Pretty safe play there. Should have some good upside for $6,100. Then we got Drew Brees coming in at $5,900, goes against the Vikings this week. Their defense is pretty banged up, not that great overall. I know Drew Brees did struggle some against Kansas City, but, kind of a safe play, get-right game here. $5,900 definitely could be a value. Then we got Matt Ryan coming in at $5,800, goes against the Chiefs. Atlanta already throws the ball a ton. They're going to have to do it even more. They're going to have to put up points in this game. Chiefs defense, it's not the greatest, but it's not the worst either, so definitely a good value there. And then we got Mitchell Trubisky, $5,700 against Jacksonville. Pretty much one of the easiest matchups you can get. So definitely could be a value there. And last but not least, I got Matt Stafford. Yeah, I know he's been banged up. Should be good to go this week. A couple concerns with their coaching staff. Daryl Bevel, some of the defensive coaches might not be around for this game due to COVID contact tracing. We'll see how that all shakes up, how it all plays out. But Matthew Stafford at $5,600 against Tampa is a pretty good value there, honestly. And their defense, it hasn't been as good in recent weeks. They've been allowing big plays. They've been allowing points. So definitely could be a good game for him. Then we move over to running back position. So we got a long list of guys here. So these are all guys that are under $6,000. Going to try to go through them all pretty quickly, though. Got Le'Veon Bell, $5,800. Goes against Atlanta this week. He should see the bulk load of the work with Clyde Edwards-Helaire missing now with his high ankle sprain. Could be a good matchup there. Just one thing to note is Atlanta's defense has been pretty good against running backs, especially in terms of fantasy. Then we got Melvin Gordon, revenge game against his former team, the Chargers, who haven't been too good at stopping the run this year. $5,600. Definitely could be a value there. Salvin Ahmed, once again, $5,600. Goes against the Raiders this week. He's actually going to be my running back start of the week. And a lot of this is dependent on if Myles Gaskin is back or not from his COVID stint. If he's not back, then Ahmed is somebody you should be targeting. If he's back, then Ahmed will be somebody that you avoid. Then we got Leonard Fournette, Uncle Lenny once again. He had the 2 touchdowns last week. I know otherwise he didn't really do much. Goes against Detroit this week, so it should be a very good matchup. If Ronald Jones is out once again, $5,500, sign him up. Then we got my boy Jeff Wilson Jr., $5,000. Sounds like he was on track to play. Raheem Mostert's on IR now, so he's going to be the guy. $5,000 against Arizona. Should be a pretty good matchup for him. Gio Bernard did pretty well on Monday Night Football. $4,800 goes against the Houston Texans defense, my team. I know it's not very good at all, so he should have a pretty good game once again. Sony Michel, $4,500, and he goes against Buffalo's defense that hasn't been too great against the run overall this year. If Damian Harris misses once again, he could definitely be a value. Then we got Daryl Henderson coming in at $4,500, goes against Seattle. Not a bad matchup by any means there. Cam Akers is out now, so him and Malcolm Brown should get the majority of the bulk load of the work. I assume Henderson will be the one that gets the most work, but you could see Malcolm Brown mixed in a little bit in the passing game as well. So Henderson's $4,500, Malcolm Brown's $4,000, same conversation there. Then we got A.J. Dillon's kind of a sleeper one. Goes against Tennessee this week. Jamal Williams is banged up. If he would miss, then Dillon could get some work in this game. I don't expect too much out of him, but just a name to throw out there. And then we got Jerick McKinnon, Tevin Coleman. If Jeff Wilson Jr. would not play for some reason, both these guys are $4,000, and they'd probably split the workload. Could have some value there. Ito Smith, $4,000. They've pretty much said that he's going to be the starter or the lead back for the Falcons now. $4,000. And he goes against Kansas City this week. They're going to have to throw the ball. He is kind of their pass-catching back, so he's going to be involved in this game, playing a little bit. For $4,000, you definitely could do a lot worse. Kalen Ballage, $4,000 against Denver. Not the worst matchup in the world. He's been that goal line back, so if you can get a touchdown or 2 out of him, he definitely could pay off. Then we got Matt Breida. Ran for about 80 yards last week, so if Gaskin misses again, Raiders matchup, like I said, with Ahmed could be pretty good for him as well. It's kind of like a $4,000 dart throw. Then we got Dario Gumbawale and Divine Azigbo. If James Robinson cannot go this week, these guys are probably going to end up splitting the load. You probably want Gumbawale in this matchup. That pass catching work is just more valuable overall, but they're both $4,000 dart throws. And then we'll move over to the wide receiver position. And typically I look at guys that are under $5,000. I got two that are above $5,000, just above. Antonio Brown, $5,300. Goes against that Lions defense that's not very good at all. He obviously had a good game last week, so $5,300 is not a bad price by any means. Cole Beasley's next up, $5,200 against the Patriots. He's just been solid this year. Like, you can't say anything bad about him. Stephon Diggs might miss this game. If John Brown's still on IR, definitely could be a good game for Cole Beasley. Then we got Marvin Jones, $4,900 against Tampa Bay. Like I've been saying, they've been giving up yards. They've been giving up points in the passing game. So Jones could be the main beneficiary of that, coming in at $4,900. Definitely could be a value. Then once again, we got my boy Tim Patrick. He's that $4,200, right around that same mark. I know he didn't pay off last week, but he's been Mr. Consistent throughout the year, so I think he bounces back. He goes against the Chargers. Not the best matchup in the world, but not the worst either. Then we got Greg Ward Jr., a wide receiver, $4,000. Obviously, he had the 2 touchdown catches last week. He's got pretty good chemistry with Jalen Hurts. Kind of more of a dart throw than anything, but against Dallas, it definitely could pay off. Then next up, we got MVS. He's playing against the Titans this week. Anytime you can get a big play, or it's just a favorable matchup. So if he hits on one of them deep shots, it definitely could pay off for $3,800. Gabriel Davis next up, $3,500 for the Bills. Like I said, if Stephon Diggs and John Brown are both out in this game, $3,500 is going to be a steal for Gabriel Davis. And then Jalen Guyton. Everybody hypes up Teron Johnson, and Guyton's played more. He's clearly the third wide receiver. Johnson just had 2 weeks that have been relevant. If Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, if they're limited again, not sure if they will be. Looks like Allen should be all right at this point in time. Guyton still could be the guy, even if those two guys are around. As a third guy, deep shot, $3,200 dart throw. Could be a lot worse. Goes against Denver, who has no defensive backs left pretty much this week. And then on the opposite side of that game, we got KJ Hamler once again. $3,200. Paid off real big 2 weeks ago. He got Drew locked last week, so we'll see if they can get him involved. Definitely could be a good dart throw for $3,200 as well. Then I got Alshon Jeffrey, $3,200. And like I said, these are all just dart throws at this point in time. But going against the Cowboys defense, he definitely could have some value, especially if he gets in the end zone. Then we got John Brown for $3,000. Like I've been saying, he might miss. If he does play, if Stephon Diggs doesn't play and he plays, $3,000 could definitely be a steal. Then we got Mohamed Sanu, $3,000, goes against Tampa, kind of like I talked about with Marvin Jones. He's the receiver that's playing the most other than Marvin Jones, so definitely could be a value there as a dart throw. And then the last two guys I got, they're older guys that they kind of been hit or miss on their value. Dez Bryant's the first one. He had the touchdown last week, but he didn't do anything else. Goes against the Giants this week. Could be an okay matchup for him. And then AJ Green, last but not least, he is $3,400. Goes against the Texans this week. Should be a very good matchup for him. And, Tyler Boyd might miss this game with a concussion, so he could see a couple additional targets. Then we move over to the tight end position, and we got Jonnu Smith first up, $3,600 against Green Bay. If this game ends up in a shootout, he should see some more volume. Maybe even get in the end zone. Could help him out a lot there. Rob Gronkowski, once again, that Detroit defense, $3,600. If he gets in the end zone, that's definitely a steal. Austin Hooper goes against the Jets, who have been awful against tight ends this year, $3,500. Sign him up. Then Dalton Schultz. This is one that I've been kind of talking about for a while now. But, he's $3,200. Goes against the Eagles, who have been bad against the tight end so far this year. So he's definitely a value there. And then last but not least, I got Zach Ertz, $3,100. He's got a little bit more life with him with Jalen Hurts playing quarterback now. So against that Dallas defense, definitely could pay off there. Then the defenses that I got for this week, we got the Raiders defense. I know they've been bad this year. They come in at $2,300, but these are all the cheap defenses. They go against Miami this week, and Rod Marinelli said his focus is on stopping the run. So if they can stop the run against Miami and make Tua have to throw the ball, could be a good opportunity for this Raiders defense, even if they're not the most talented, even if they're not the most healthy in their defensive back department. Then I got the Seahawks, $2,600. They got pressure last week on Dwayne Haskins. If they can get some pressure on Jared Goff, definitely could be a good game for them, because when Jared Goff is under pressure, he is not the same quarterback. Then we got the Carolina Panthers, $2,700. Obviously, you got the Alex Smith injury. You got everything that's going on with Dwayne Haskins now. If neither of these guys are in this game, you're looking at Tyler Heineke or Steven Montez starting. And that definitely could be a good matchup. $2,700, definitely a cheap value there. Panthers defense did play pretty well against the Packers at the end of the game. Then on the opposite side of the game, we got the Washington football team, $3,000. Obviously, their defense has been very, very solid this year. And Carolina is not the greatest. If Mike Davis is still the running back, if Teddy Bridgewater's been nothing special this year. So it definitely could be a low-scoring game. Good matchup for them as well. Then last but not least, I got the Cardinals, $3,300. Goes against San Francisco. They're missing Nick Mullins now, but that might not be a bad thing. We'll have to end up seeing if that is. C.J. Beathard's starting now. Raheem Mostert's gone. Deebo Samuel's gone. There's not much else you could say. It's just a good matchup, and Arizona's been playing better defense as of late. But with that being said, these are my DFS value picks for DraftKings for this week, week 16. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed. If you think I missed anyone, if you got any questions about other value picks or potential value picks or building a lineup, please let me know, whether it's down in the comments at my email, CoachCraigSports@gmail.com, on Twitter at CoachCraigSport, or on the CoachCraigSports Facebook page. If you guys are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. It helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, and that's really one for you, the viewers, helping you with fantasy football, helping you enjoy it more, and hopefully bringing home some more championships this season. If you guys are out there playing DFS, I want to help you guys build the best lineups that we can possibly build, help you guys win some more money to put in your pocket. And with that being said, if you are new or current subscribers yet to do so, also hit that notification bell. It'll let you know every single time I post up a new video. Like I've been saying, post up about 5 videos a week, and typically Monday through Friday. Tomorrow is going to be the Friday afternoon football game, I guess you can call it. The starts and sits for that game, the preview for that game. Hopefully you guys will all enjoy that one as well. Be sure to check it out. But with that being said, that's all I got for today's video. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed. Hopefully you guys do well in DFS this week. I know there are a couple free contests out there on DraftKings, so just be on the lookout for those. If you guys have any questions about that, just feel free to message me as well. But with that being said, that's all I got once again, and have a great rest of your day.